Hello, and welcome to another segment of Real People, Real Conversations. Today, we are accompanied by Karli Gallagher, and we will be speaking about taxes. Karli, tell us a little bit about yourself.
As you said, my name is Karli Gallagher, and I work for Charleston County Public Library. I am the Adult Programming Coordinator, so I have the absolute pleasure to help plan programming and bringing community partners to all of our branches throughout the county.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. So I wanted to go ahead and kind of get started on talking a little bit about your role when it comes during tax season.
Yeah, I have the really fun job of organizing SC Thrive help at our different library branches, coordinating days and times and working with the SC Thrive team to make sure there's enough volunteers there. And especially in these COVID times, to make sure we're doing everything safely and serving the community the best that we can.
Now, that's definitely a really hard role, especially right now during COVID, I imagine.
It's challenging. I was going to say it's challenging, but it's a lot of fun. I love to bring these services to our patrons. I really have a passion for that. They need the tax help, and I'm here to make it happen.
That's wonderful. So, because I'm assuming you see a lot of people coming in and out, can you tell me a little bit about if there's any changes in a person coming in before getting their taxes done versus leaving?
I feel like for most people, they come in stressed. Everybody dreads doing their taxes for some reason, but having SC Thrive there to walk people through it and the hub, it just lightens that burden. And we get people coming back year after year wanting to work with SC Thrive because you all make it so simple. So definitely trepidation and a little bit of anxiety, and then a great sense of relief at the end.
That's always really good to hear. The process that we use is very simple and very straightforward and makes it really easy. So even if someone decides to do doing it through the self-serve system instead of, filing with a counselor, especially because of COVID times, it is very straightforward, very this is what you need, this is where you put it. It just makes the process so much easier. So definitely one of the initiatives we have with this is making sure that it is free of cost. So we do not charge anyone to do their taxes.
Yes.
How do you think, based on what you've seen, how does that affect the community, or how does it impact it?
I mean, that's so important. For one, as a library, we're not going to offer anything that anyone needs to pay for. We want to be free and open to everybody and everything that we do. So offering this free tax help that everybody has to do is a great way to eliminate a barrier. I noticed that through the hub, you can even e-file for free, and not everybody is able to offer that. So to be able to have such an easy system that's free eliminates a barrier and allows more people to file. We've all got to do it. And like you said, it's a stressful process no matter who you are. So why not do it the easy way for free? I mean, that's really what we're all about.
For sure. And just the accessibility of it. So we definitely appreciate that places such as libraries are open to it. I know that it could be really hard to get to a state office or a specific building miles away, but I feel like libraries, they're more common and more around. And overall, just a more welcoming environment too.
Thank you.
Some chairs, some books. It's nice and quiet. I don't know. I always feel at home when I'm in a library.
Good. So that's what we're going for. I was going to say we have computers for free internet access. So if you can't get on the hub from home, I know a lot of people don't have internet at home, or they're just using it on their phone, and that's just doesn't always work. Not all the sites work, whatnot. But you can come into the library, and we're not tax preparers either at the library, but we're always there to help. We really can guide you to the best of our ability, and empower you to do these things for yourself and get these, these tedious things done that we all have to do.
No, and that's I'm happy that you mentioned empowering, because I feel like that is a very big component of it. A lot of people may not feel super tech savvy, may not be very comfortable with some of the jargon that is in these forms, but just getting that little boost of confidence and that empowerment really changes someone's attitude and how they see things. So that's very important.
Yeah, I definitely feel like between SC Thrive and the library, you have a lot of cheerleaders to get this stuff done. And I also noticed on the website for the hub that there's step-by-step instructions of everything you need to fill out. So, I mean, it's really as much of a no-brainer as something like this can be. I feel like we're just, like you said, we're doing all that we can to empower people to get this stuff done.
Yes, for sure. And, I know that, it is important, like, it is very important in our mission for us as an organization, to make sure that people are getting their entire refund back. We've definitely done the breakdown of how much it costs to file through a paid service. And, you get charged for things as like printing or even receiving your refund. And, on average, that could be somewhere between $200 to $400 that people are just not getting back.
Right. And that's your money that you're paying to get back. So why not get your own money back for free?
For sure. That is groceries. That is utility bills. That is potentially part of your rent. So making sure that people are getting that money back and just being able to say, hey, I did my own taxes. Like, that is a big deal.
I mean, that's the definition, I feel like, of being empowered, because what great ambassadors these patrons will be to other folks about things at the library and the services that SC Thrive provides. I feel like good news spreads throughout the community. And I like that idea of someone coming out of the library, getting their taxes done, and then they go tell somebody else, and then the word just spreads to everybody.
So, okay, you mentioned, the library offering free internet. Because of COVID, are libraries still open?
So some of our branches are open and providing service indoors. Some branches are still operating on curbside. It just depends, branch by branch, it kind of depends. There's no one size fits all for every single branch. They're all so different. So you can always call our central phone number that's online, our phone center, or just call your individual branch. But I don't know that any branch is actually just closed.
Okay.
At the very least, if you can't come inside, you can do curbside service and get stuff brought to your car. We're making it work the best that we can.
You mentioned that some libraries aren't open to the public to come inside, but have curbside options. Mm-hmm. How does that work as far as internet access?
That's a really good question, because if you can't get into the building and you count on us for internet, we actually have Wi-Fi hotspots available for checkout. Those are really popular, so you would want to call the branch or call our main phone number just to make sure that they're available. But you can check those out and take those home and have Wi-Fi at home if that's a barrier for you. Also, some of our branches have a strong enough Wi-Fi signal that you can be in our parking lot and get access to our Wi-Fi. And if neither of those two things work for you, just call us and we can figure out a solution for you. We really don't want anybody to be stranded during this important tax season.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's really good to know. I feel like not enough people know that. Personally, I didn't know that. So I think that is great. So I just wanted to touch base really quick with something that you mentioned previously when we were talking about using the computers for the internet. You mentioned that y'all weren't tax preparers. And I think that's something very important to mention. SC Thrive is an organization, and all of our volunteers, we are just that. We are volunteers aiding people into doing their taxes. We are not tax preparers. If you have very specific questions of like what to do or what you should do, we definitely recommend talking to a tax preparer. We're just there to make the process as easy and seamlessly as possible with the information we were given.
Exactly. I'm going to say, as librarians and library staff, we like to say we know a little bit about a lot of stuff. So we can help you a little bit with a lot of different things, but we're definitely not experts, and we don't want to take chances on messing anything up for you.
Love that. That's a really good quote. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what you do after you file your taxes. You realize you got a tax return. Is there any sort of financial literacy courses that could be offered through the library that teach you a little bit about how to manage your money?
Yeah, that is a really great question, because you get this big check, hopefully, and you think, what the heck do I do with this? And it could go really well, or it could go really terrible. So that's where we can come in and help you with financial literacy. There's a nationwide initiative every year called Money Smart Week. It's usually in late March, early April. So you can look for programs from us during that time. And then we also have financial literacy programs throughout the year, kind of sporadically. We have partnerships with local groups. For instance, we do programs with SCORE, and they're mentors for small businesses. We do programs with SE Bar where they talk about stuff like wills and trusts. This is a little heavy and deep for a tax return, but the point is we have a broad spectrum of programs that we offer regarding financial literacy to empower you what to do with your money. And then the major thing I wanted everybody to know is if we don't offer something, please feel free to ask for it. We can't maybe do exactly what you want or everything that everybody asks for, but we really, like I keep saying, want to empower you. So if there's something that you need, please tell us about that need, and maybe we can design a program around it, or maybe we have another resource outside the library that we can refer you to.
I love that. And that is very important to know. I know that sometimes, even like me as a person, I always want to learn new things or am curious about certain subjects, but sometimes those courses or trainings or even a webinar cost money and it could be expensive. But just knowing that I could reach out to my local library and say like, hey, I think this would be a good idea. And seeing it come alive. I love that. I think that's really great. And it's important for more people to know.
Yeah, I mean, and there could be something also that maybe we have and you didn't realize we have. It could be a database. Like I said, with a partner, we're really solution-oriented problem solvers. And so we want to empower you, to be the best you that you can be.
That's wonderful. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to touch base on before we sign off?
I can't think of anything. No.
Okay, that's okay. Well, I just wanted to thank you again for joining us. And then thank you to everyone who is watching. Remember that once tax season starts, you can file with us and file self-serve through scthrive.org/file taxes. And if you have any other questions, feel free to message or comment us. And we hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Bye.